David Haye held a press conference to announce that he has signed a new deal with free-to-air television station Dave in the UK. It is a 3-year, minimum of 5 shows a year deal. He also announced the signings of several boxers, including 2016 Olympic super heavyweight silver medalist Joyce, to his new company, Ringstar Haymaker, or Haymaker Ringstar, whichever way it is, the company that he has with Richard Schaefer. Now, a lot of people are instantly gonna shoot down anything David Haye says or anything he announces because of the fact that he has misled the public in the past. But I take things on a case-by-case basis, and anyone who's bringing boxing to free-to-air television, I can't complain about that. Dave is the same station that David Haye fought Mark Damori and Arnold Jurjai on. Those were not good fights, but they were free. So how can you complain about something being substandard if you're not paying for it? You're getting it for free. And with these boxers that David Haye has signed, including his heavyweight Joyce, there's surely going to be better quality action on offer. And just the other day, for example, Dave Allen said that he was offered a fight with Joyce on Joyce's professional debut. So that would have been on Dave if Dave Allen had accepted. He still might accept. That will be on Dave. Now that's a decent fight for somebody's pro debut. As far as Joyce and how I think he'll do as a professional, I'll do a separate video on it. A lot of people saying he's too slow, he's too old, he's too robotic, too stiff, so on and so forth. Well, what I know about Joyce, I've seen numerous Joyce fights in the amateurs and also in the world. Is it called the World Boxing Series, a World Series of Boxing, where he fought Alexander Usyk? So I've seen quite a few of his fights. And yes, he is slow. Yes, he is stiff. Yes, he is robotic. But he can also take a very good shot, and he can punch himself. And he's obviously very determined. When you got a heavyweight who can take a punch, and he can punch himself, and he's in good condition, that's somebody who could, he could do something in the heavyweight division. I'm not saying he's going to be a champion or anything like that, but he could be in the top 10. He could be a contender at the very least with the kind of ability that he has and the amateur experience. He could be a contender. I mean, you look at Marius Wack, you look at, a lot of the other guys who are in the top 10. They're not necessarily the most talented guys out there, but because they're tough, because they're strong and can punch a bit, they put themselves in the mix and they can earn a bit of money and be in some entertaining fights along the way. So that's what I think of Joyce. But like I say, I'll do a separate video on it. But as far as this deal with David Haye, it is strange to have done a deal with the TV station Dave, the home of witty banter, a comedy channel. But it is what it is. As far as I'm concerned, the more the merrier. And with Richard Schaefer's involvement, hopefully there'll actually be some decent fights on the card. Again, they've signed several fighters, not just Joyce. So yeah, hopefully there'll be some decent fights. And again, it's free, so how can you really complain? The more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. ITV are not really doing free boxing at the moment, which is unfortunate. They're doing pay-per-view. Channel 5 are doing free boxing though, the McGuigans, and I definitely support what the McGuigans are doing. They put on a great show the other week with Josh Taylor and Ahura Davis. That definitely did wonders for boxing on terrestrial television. And now David Haye on Dave. It's all good. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.